You ever wake up one morning and realize you're no longer the protagonist in your own life? That's what getting older does. You go from the man who once held your kid's bicycle seat as they learned to ride, to the man nobody calls anymore. You go from, "Dad, help me with my homework," to, "Dad, are you still using the guest room Wi-Fi?" Fast forward, and suddenly, you're the guy they talk about in the past tense while you're still breathing. My kids blocked me after seeing my will. You won't believe what I did next. But first, hit that subscribe button and tell us in the comments, where are you tuning in from? My name is Martin, 81 years old, retired architect, father of 3, grandfather of 6, maker of Sunday pancakes. Used to be, anyway. Now, I'm the guy my kids tried to bury while I still had a pulse. Not literally. That would take effort. No, they did something worse. They erased me from their lives the second they thought they got everything they wanted. It all started the day I handed over the draft of my will. It was supposed to be temporary, just a rough copy for them to review. I trusted them. My mistake. They took it as gospel, treated it like the final word from a dying man. Only I wasn't dying. Not yet. A week later, the call stopped. A month later, birthdays were missed. 3 months in, I couldn't even get past the voicemail. My daughter, Elaine, blocked me on her phone. My son, James, told his assistant to filter my emails. And Evan, the youngest, he just disappeared. No forwarding address, no explanations, as if I had turned to dust in front of them and they all politely chose not to inhale. But let me rewind a bit. I raised those kids on stories. I taught them how to read blueprints and people. I gave them my time, my savings, my softest hands, and the hardest lessons. I told them about loyalty, about showing up, about how your word should mean something when no one's watching. And yet when I gave them a will with numbers and names and percentages, suddenly that was all they saw. Not the man, not the years, just assets, dividends, trusts. Here's the part they didn't know. I changed it, quietly, completely, months before they blocked me, before they thought I was out of the picture, before they raised their glasses to toast a man who was still alive and breathing, just inconvenient. I sat with a lawyer, a good one, younger than him, but sharper too. I rewrote everything, down to the cent, and I added one final clause: all 3 must be present to inherit. In person, in front of a notary. With proof of it, a reunion, if only to see if they could face the man they discarded. You might think I did it out of spite. I didn't. I did it out of grief. Flight is quick. Grief lingers. It's what you feel when your memories become heavier than your future. You spend your whole life making sure your kids don't go without, only to find out they can't even go out of their way to call you on your birthday. Elaine used to cry when she scraped her knee. She'd run to me like I was a safe house. James used to build Lego towers in my office and whisper, "One day I'll build real ones like you, Dad." Evan once fell asleep in my lap holding a flashlight during a thunderstorm. He was scared of the dark, but not if I was nearby. What changed? Time, money, convenience, or maybe they never really saw me, just the role I played. They assumed my love was unconditional. They assumed they could withdraw forever from the bank of my affection and never face overdraft. But here's the truth: even love needs maintenance. Even fathers need something back. I remember sitting alone one night, TV off, dinner untouched. My phone in my hand, pretending to scroll while I stared at the lock screen. Just waiting for a name to light it up. A name that never did. Not even a text, not even a typo. I wasn't angry. I was invisible. So I changed the will. Not just out of hurt, but clarity. I saw them for who they were, and who they were becoming. People who had forgotten the story that built them. I redirected the inheritance. Part of it now funds a scholarship for kids who age out of foster care. Another part goes to a housing project I once helped design. And a portion, a small but meaningful one, goes to my caregiver, Marisol, who brought me soup when I had the flu and sat with me through silent dinners without needing to fill the air. But the rest, that conditional clause, that was for them. 6 months passed, then a year, then I got a letter from James. Not a call, a letter, handwritten. He said he heard about the updated paperwork. Said there must be a mistake. Said we needed to sort this out like adults. I didn't reply. Then Elaine emailed. She sent photos of her kids. Said I was missing out. I replied with one line: "They are beautiful. I hope they never forget who raised them." Then Evan showed up at my door. No notice. Just stood there with eyes I hadn't seen in years. Said nothing for a minute. Then, I didn't know how far I'd gone until there was no one left to call. We sat. We ate. We remembered. I told him the truth. That the will was never the point. That what they lost was never about money. It was about memory, connection, heartbeats shared in rooms gone silent. And then he cried. They eventually came, all 3, to the lawyer's office. Silent, awkward, avoiding eye contact until the clause was read aloud. I watched them from across the room. I watched them face the consequences not of my anger, but their absence. I reinstated a smaller share for each. Enough to support, not spoil. But the conditions stay. They have to call once a month. They have to visit twice a year. They have to sit with me every December 24th and eat the damn pancakes, no excuses. I didn't want revenge. I wanted resurrection. I'm not trying to teach them a lesson. I'm trying to give them a chance to rewrite the ending. One where the old man isn't a name on a check, but a voice they can still hear, even after he's gone. Because I'm not gone yet. I'm still here, and I want to be seen. I want to be heard. Not remembered like a bank account, but missed like a heartbeat. You think legacy is what you leave behind. It's not. It's what you live while you still can. And sometimes, it takes pretending to disappear, to finally be found. We hope you loved this story. Give the video a like, subscribe to join our community, and share your feedback in the comments. For more stories just like this, find your next listen by clicking the box on the right. Thanks for watching.